Welcome back. Here I'm going to show you how selecting or replacing your farm is pretty easy. I go at the edge there, and you can see I can cross over to the billboards, but the billboards won't get deleted. This takes a few times for me to select all those things and sell them. You have to sell them. You can't store them. And here I go. Now it'll take a little bit longer to replace, but it's best for me found if you have an edge, clean edge there. I'm going here, and if your first is not 220, then you've either left them out there or they've accidentally been stored instead of sold. I place mine in the corner. I enlarge the screen. That makes it easier to place the next one. It will go by, and then you can just click, and you can see how fast it goes to replenish. I'm already over the minimum. Now for those starting out, you might only have a few. You might have 10, 12, 20. If you have little cash, you want to go there. If you have lots of cash, you can go. You can see up how my cash is deleting down there quickly. But as I don't do this every day, actually I rarely do it now because I have so many donuts. But this, once I deplete my farm, I start a new one just so it's available the next time around. In my other games, I always wanted to make sure I had at least 1,000 donuts. And then one time, I think it took about 2,000 donuts to get everything in the mystery boxes and stuff. So that was my second goal, was to get 2,000 donuts. Then just let the donuts that are generated from your normal, picking up your income and character tasks to generate your farm. In my other games, I have completely eliminated my farms now. And I got enough cash that if I need to, I can use rat trap boxes. Here again, I've just kind of cleaning up to see how much cash I'm generating just from picking up the brown boxes. And Krusties are pretty good. They, you can get 2 of those in 15 minutes versus 3 brown houses. Okay, now we're going to check out the sequence of returns on the mystery boxes. There are sequences, there are repeating sequences, and there's sequences of sequences. Basically, most of the sequence consists of 3 billboards followed by 3 vans. And the vans are usually followed by either 30 donuts and 10 donuts, or 30 donuts, 10 donuts, and 10 donuts. There's another smaller sequence of 2 billboards followed by 2 vans, I think. And usually you'll have a sequence where you have 2 billboards, and instead of being a third billboard, you get 30 donuts. And I believe that so when you're expecting your third billboard, you get 30 donuts. I think that runs into the 2 billboards followed by 2 vans, and then a larger sequence. But basically, most of the time, sometimes I've experienced a glitch where it doesn't give me exactly what I want, but it's only been rare. Only, and sometimes if you get one of those mystery boxes in your daily challenge and you don't account for that, you might think you're out of sequence, but that's still part of the overall sequence. But sometimes you get logged off. You'll miss it. Like one time, I got disconnected just as I was collecting my 30 donuts. Didn't get my 30 donuts, so that was kind of a bummer. Instead of log in, you get your mystery box. Instead of getting your 30 donuts, you get the car. But on average, you'll over the long run, it'll cost you about 8 donuts per percentage increase. I like to start my cycle at 100. I mean, initially, you might want to start your cycle at about 24 because that usually gives you at least one bonus increase. Whatever. If you could just start out with, anytime you get 6. But I find it easier if you do a whole bunch at once. If you're starting early in the game where you're not getting a lot of donuts, you might want to go with 24 because then you're guaranteed at least one billboard. Usually 1%, which increases all your returns on all your cash and XP. As you get more, you'll be getting hundreds of donuts. Being for 50, 70, and I wait till I get at least 100, and then go through a whole cycle. Where you get at least 3 vans or 2 vans and 2 billboards, or 3 vans, billboards. So up to at least 9, 7 to 9 for your effort. The more you invest, the more you place down, the quicker it comes. Then we get to this level, you can start wasting your donuts on actually speeding tasks. That's handy for those who just started. You're running through all this stuff, and you buy the cubic zirconium, and you don't want to waste your guys on their 24-hour tasks. You just use your donuts to advance the task quickly. And here, as this was test gaming, I just did that, running through the stuff. It's the first time I would ever use it. I mean, when I first started the game, and I used to spend it on the little picket fences because I would accidentally click on, speeding up, and that was before they confirmed the donuts button, spending donuts. So I had one with a lot of, you see a lot of towns with a lot of white picket fences. They're in the early part of the game. As you cycle through these, basically when you get your percentage loaded level, you're going to get rid of your farms, you're going to get rid of your lard lads. I mean, I would just store them in case, you ever need to bring them back to do some quick donuts. But, I mean, you can't sell the lard lads, but you can sell the houses. But at that level, you won't care about the cash because you'll be generating, millions of cash every 4-hour periods. I mean, my brown houses, before I started storing them, I could earn like 200,000 every 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I could cash it, then I could build a blue house. As you see the cycle here again, it's basically, it's not a gamble. It's just pure sort of random because there are sequences within sequences. But sometimes they switch up. You can find a panda where it's usually the bomb shelter and then the clavicash. Then you get the van. But sometimes you'll get the bomb shelter and a minopod. Or sometimes, you might not get one item before you get the get it, like the car, and then you get the lard lat instead of two before that. But usually, over the long run, you'll get the same pattern. You can see right here. I think I'm right now showing you how many items I have in storage. Like there, I have 17 bands, and now I'm going to show you. Okay, you can see this is my town with all the lard lat, but I'm going to show you how to basically how to hide those vans. I mean, you don't want right now. Now here's like the maximum price you're going to be paying on any of these houses. Brown houses are good for early if you come back and repeat a lot. Blue houses are good if you're only coming back twice a day. Now you can maximum 3 times, but who's going to hit exactly 3 times? So you hit him usually 2.5 times a day. And then so this is a quick way just to generate return. Here's the the parking lot value. But now here, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show that basically I've bought everything in the store that I can. Then when you got this many donuts, instead of hiding everything. Okay, there's like the Roboton. I think this is new to my. Didn't see that before. They must have added that in there, so I'm just going to buy that. And now I don't care about the cost of things. Get a billboard. That could be kind of useful. I won't have to hide those things, and so I can up my percentage that way, or I can buy like the apple trees and the orange trees, instead of buying. And so using that for up your bonus without having to hide them. But if you want to hide stuff like your vans and stuff, very easy. You just you look for tall buildings. Basically, that space is wasted anyway. So if you got a tall building, yes, you can put other buildings behind it. Hey, if you like the half partial building look, or like I'm going to take that building there, which currently doesn't have anything. Let's split up the Moho building that we just got. And see, there's nothing behind there. So now depending on the space, I can hide it totally behind it. There. Or I can stick it out from the sides a little bit. And so I'll just place a few there. And I'm going to do a little testing, showing you how, depending on how you go. Now, sometimes I'll like delete the road behind the building if I can stick another van in or a billboard behind it. So even though when you look at it, the road appears connected, there's our sections gone. Now, maple trees are nice and good for hiding things. Depending on where things are placed. Japanese maples are pretty good too. Things that are usually bushier on top, because basically you've got to go down to get in front. If you try to do it behind it, you just see it down there. You can still see the little bit of whites there, but if I move it back a little bit forward, you can't even see the van there. But most people, if you're just roaming through town, you're not going to see that little piece of white on the van. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this.